Hello, my fashion lovers, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to the channel, my name is Francis Ivy, and I typically talk about the Nigerian fashion industry. And if that sounds like something interesting to you or something you'd love to keep seeing, be sure to subscribe to my channel and also turn on your notifications to get notified whenever I drop related content. And if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm totally obsessed with all my returning subscribers, so a big welcome back. And in today's video, I'll be talking about the 10 best dressed brides of the year. So I think I created a video earlier this week where I compared the two most famous brides of the year. That's Prissy and Chama. I did sort of a fun comparison between both brides, and I think we were all on the same page, with the whole comparison. And I had the bride's idea to sort of create an extension of that video and rank the 10 best dressed brides of the year. And if that sounds like something fun, be sure to keep watching. So starting strongly, we have famous actor Inado. So she had her civil wedding this year and had her traditional wedding as well this year. And for the civil wedding, she opted for custom baby Lauren, which was this beautiful off-white number or beautiful ivory dress, which featured tiny straps and was beautifully ruched at the bodies, and also featured a rosette at the middle parts of the dress. So I love how the dress was in this gorgeous ivory shade and how that complemented her soft skin tone. I also like how the dress melted like butter into her skin. There's something so sensational about this dress. I love the movement of the dress. I also love the hairstyle she opted for. I feel the hairstyle also complemented the soft, sultry vibe she was going for her hair. The entire thing was just tied together so beautifully, and I'm totally obsessed with the entirety of this look. For her trad wedding, she gave us two trad wedding looks. So she's actually Edo, that's a Benin bride, and her husband is Yoruba. So she served us a Benin inspired look, or an Edo inspired look, and also a Yoruba inspired look. And for the Benin inspired look, she had on this strapless number, Curse of a Margin by Bukola. It just had a very flamboyant silhouette, had a mermaid silhouette, at the lower parts cascaded so beautifully and formed a mermaid silhouette. And the dress also had this beautiful detail at the top part. She styled the dress with the typical coral beads that the Edo brides are known for, and this gorgeous headpiece which she crowned the look with. I feel the dress was very regal, the dress was very extra, the dress was very, it's nothing beyond. I'll not say I've not seen this sort of dress before. Edo brides typically serve this sort of dress, but hers was very flamboyant, and I really enjoyed the whole, extravaganza she served us here. For the Yoruba attire, she opted for white, and she looked so pristine. She had on this white blouse which was beautifully beaded, and she paired the blouse with this skirt, a beautiful skirt, and completed the look with this ikpele with tassels at the hem, and crowned the look with a white gilly. She further accessorized the look with gold jewelry and this custom gold hand fan. So I feel the Yoruba look was so pristine. It's also nothing out of the box. I feel her looks were classics. She did not go for anything that was out of the box. She did not go for anything that was beyond, but she still served. She still ate every single look up, and I think she's the 10th best dressed bride of the year. So next we have Bride Tolu, and I believe she's the daughter of the governor of Ekiti State. So she's an elite bride, and her looks were clearly elite. She did not come to play at all with her looks. And for her first look, she gave us custom Mavi, which was this intricately beaded dress. Jesus Christ. The beadwork that was going on here was just so impeccable, so immaculate. I love the choice of color they opted for here, and just how, Mavi does not play when it comes to her beadworks. Mavi does not play at all, and the level of intricacy they had going on here was just so mind-blowing. I also love the floral appliques and how that also complemented the whole beadwork. The entire thing was just so intricate and so ethereal. The dress looked so delicate and just made her look so fragile. I love the entirety of this look. I also like how they styled the dress with the ikpele and matching gele, as well as the jewelry and the clutch. The look was styled by the wardrobe manager. I think 80% of the looks on this list are styled by the wardrobe manager. In my opinion, she's the queen of bridal styling, and she did an amazing job here. I love how she curated this entire look. I'm just so obsessed with this dress. I also really like this Ashoke number she styled the bride in hair. It's also very beautiful. It's nothing out of the box. It's nothing unusual, but it's very beautiful. Love the contrast the pink details provided for the look. I also love the sort of clutch she opted for hair. The entire thing was just so elegant. And then for her white wedding, she gave us custom Elizabeth and Lace bridal. And you guys know Elizabeth and Lace bridal, she knows what she's doing when it comes to white wedding dresses. I feel this dress was just giving British royalty, was giving European royalty. I love the whole high neckline, the sort of turtleneck situation, and the expensive lace they opted for, and just the whole ball gown situation. I feel she looked so elegant here. She looked so graceful. She was giving princess. And when I say princess, I don't mean fairy tale princess. I mean royalty, like actual royalty, like British royalty sort of thing. And she completely bodied this look. It's giving it's just very elegant. It's very elegant. I love this look. And for her last look, she gave us this custom look courtesy of Mavi as well. It's also a ball dress, and now this is now giving an enchanting princess. It's giving fairy tale. It's giving. I just love how this look was adorned. Love the whole floral situation and just this straight strapless neckline. I love the clean cut and just how the entire thing was so whimsical and how she carried the dress so well. It's a very enchanting look, and I think all her looks were well curated and well assembled. And in my opinion, she's also one of the best dressed brides of the year. So next we have Bride Nonye, who had her traditional wedding this year, and she completely raised the bar when it comes to traditional bridal attires. And she served us three custom looks, and every single one of them, oh my god, she completely slayed the house down with every single look she served us. And for her maiden look, which was her first look, for the maiden look, she opted for this custom dress courtesy of Sumo by Sumo. It's this beautifully beaded dress with this beautiful detail at the front part or at the top part of the dress, which paid homage to the Igbo culture. The dress was styled with coral beads and this hairstyle, and she completed the look with this really sleek hairstyle. So I feel her look was just so immaculate. Let's just take a look at the beadwork and how the dress was so intricately beaded. Someone by Someone clearly did her thin hair. The entire thing was well beaded. The styling of the look, chef's kiss. I love how the neck piece sort of looked like a choker and how they elevated the look and sort of provided contrast for the look as well. The entire thing was so sensational. And speaking of sensational, her second look was even better than this one. So her second look was courtesy of Vicky James, and Vicky James did her thin hair. Vicky James completely slayed the house down with this one. My God, what's happening here? I don't think I've seen any Vicky James trad look since the start of the year that's been this good. Because what's happening? The look was just so ethereal. Like what the hell? The look was so beautiful, so mind blowing. It's not a typical traditional bridal attire. It's very unique. I love what they did with the neckline and how that framed her neck. I love the beadwork at the top parts of the dress. I also like how the silk fabric provided some sort of contrast for the dress. I'm also obsessed with the sort of beading they had going on at the lower parts and the beautiful mermaid silhouette and how the train cascaded so beautifully. The entire thing was quite simple but just made so much sense. The entire thing was so perfect. She completely bodied this look. I feel this look was so out of the box, so unusual, and just such a masterpiece. And for her last look, oh my god, her last look was courtesy of Mavi, and she looked so delicate in this ensemble. She looked so ethereal in this ensemble. The entire thing was just so magical and so blinding, and she does it so beautifully in this dress. Also, the sort of pause opted for hair and how the pause complemented the whole sultry vibe she was going for hair. I love the rich purple shade they opted for and how that complemented the rich green shade they opted for hair. Nonyo was looking like an absolute bombshell in this piece. Nonyo looked like an absolute bombshell in this piece. She completely bodied this look. I felt that every single look here reflected her personal style. They were all quite similar, but still very different. And I just enjoyed every single look she gave us. And in my opinion, she is one of the best dressed brides we've gotten since the start of the year. Next, we have Bride Fola Sade, and this was another bride that completely understood the assignment all through her wedding festivities, and she literally had her jaws on the floor. Jesus. So her first look was courtesy of Vicky James. It was this beautiful Vicky James masterpiece. The top part was a lighter shade of brown, while the lower part was a deeper shade of brown. The dress was intricately beaded at the top part, and I really love how Vicky James trimmed the dress. You know, the whole leaves situation at the sleeves and top parts of the dress. I also like how she styled the dress with a statement clutch. I feel typically Yoruba brides, their looks are always kind of simple, very demure, very bougie, very classy. But she was like, hell no, I don't want anything. I don't want something demure. I want something dramatic. Because typically Yoruba brides do not really beat their dresses, but she was like, girl, give me something beaded. The dress was beaded at the bodies so intricately. I mean, it's Vicky James, what are we expecting? I love the whole beadwork at the bodies. I also like the color scheme they opted for hair and how the lighter shade of brown floats so beautifully into the darker shade of brown. The entire look was well executed. And for her second look, she also opted for custom Vicky James as well, and this was in this really vibrant shade of blue, or a bunch of different shades of blue. Actually, she looked for different shades of blue hair and this beautiful shade of green as well. The entire look was completely beaded this time around from start to finish. The entire look was completely beaded, and the entire thing was so whimsical. It's kind of giving me it reminds me of a peacock, like a beautiful peacock. I don't know, for some reason that's what this dress reminds me of, and I love the entire execution. I love the entire beadwork. Vicky did her thing as usual. The dress was well beaded, and I love the neck piece she opted for hair. I love the whole matching, how the necklace matched the dress as well as the clutch. The clutch was also a statement piece and complemented the dress so well. The entire thing was perfect. And then for her white wedding look, she opted for Pistis GH, I believe. And the dress was completely beaded as well. I feel she loves beadwork so much because majority of her looks were beaded. This one was beaded as well. I love how they beaded the dress with pearls and the sort of patterns the beadwork flowed in. The beadwork flowed in really beautiful patterns. I love the ball situation the dress had and how she styled the dress as well. The look was also styled by the wardrobe manager. The entire thing was so elegant, so dreamy, such a masterpiece. Shout out to the designer. The designer did a fantastic work with the detailing of this dress. And then for her after party, Jesus, she came through with this really blinding dress, which does it so beautifully under the lights. It's a very radiant piece. I love the whole sultry situation. The dress was just such a masterpiece. This is how you ensure you are the focal point of your entire wedding. This is how you ensure you are the main character, when it comes to your wedding. It's a blinding dress. I feel she completely stole the show here, and I love every single look she served us. And she obviously was one of the best dressed brides of the year. Next, we have super famous bride Choma Roland, also known as Choma Adeleke, or now known as Choma Adeleke. So Choma's wedding literally caused a media frenzy. Her wedding was the talk of town, and she served us so many looks during the whole wedding festivities. So let's quickly go through some of my favorite looks from the entire wedding festivities. And starting strongly, I'll be starting with this beautiful white number courtesy of Extra Brides Lagos. It's dramatic, it's avant-garde, it's beautiful. I love this look. I also really like this two-piece courtesy of Jennifer Rowland. That's her sister. So her sister created this beautiful two-piece for her. I love the way the constructed vibe the two-piece had. I love the emerald. Jesus, the emerald really was the icing on the cake here. And the emerald neck piece really elevated the look. And in fact, they turned the emerald to her back just made the entire thing so unique and quite unconventional. Another look I really enjoyed was this high slit number she gave us, which was, I think, courtesy of Jennifer Rowland as well. It's a beautiful high slit number that was pleated at the bodies and featured this keyhole detail at the bodies as well, and a ruffled neckline. So it's beautiful as well. It's very glamorous. It's giving vintage glamour. It's giving old Hollywood glamour. I love the contrast the lip shade provided as well. Another look I really enjoyed from Choma has to be her bridal robe. If you've not seen my video where I talked about her entire wedding looks, be sure to check them out on my channel. I have a couple of videos where I talked about her entire wedding looks on my channel, and I really enjoyed her bridal robe as well. I think her bridal robe exuded so much grandeur. It was so grand, so majestic, so, I don't know, it was just, I feel the bridal robe sort of sets the standards for the other looks we were expecting to see during the main wedding, and it's a very exceptional bridal robe. I also really enjoyed her wedding gown, courtesy of Alonuko. Alonuko did her thing as usual. I love the whole skin illusion they created with the dress. I love the whole. I love the idea of the dress being tailored with lace. I think the dress was very theatrical. The dress was very whimsical. It's just so beautiful and fairy tale coded. It's giving dream wedding dress. I also really enjoyed this metallic look, this mosaic look, courtesy of what's it called, Jennifer Rowland, courtesy of Jennifer Rowland, her sister. The dress was such an intricate masterpiece, a perfect masterpiece. Love the dress. It's not perfect because I feel the lower part could have been altered a bit, but it's still a very beautiful dress. And speaking of perfect, now I feel this is the perfect look. I feel her last look screamed perfection. I love the whole. I just loved how theatrical this look was. I love the whole grandeur. I love the whole vibe. I love the choice of color they opted for hair. I love the whole flowy movements the dress had. I love the whole crystal embellishment. I think the entire thing was just so perfect. I really, really love this look. So I think Chima's look so far we're actually really nice, and she's arguably one of the best dressed brides of the month of the year. So next on my list for the best dressed brides of the year, we have Bride Leona. That's Isa's wife. That's Davido's manager's wife, and she had on a few looks for her wedding. And for my favorite looks, firstly we have this beautiful ensemble courtesy of what's her name? Firstly, we have this look courtesy of Diola Sago. So I find this dress very interesting because this look was created shortly after, not even shortly, the look was created after Diola Sago already said she was not going to be creating any bridal look anymore, that she was retiring. So I don't know if she booked Diola Sago prior to the announcement of her retiring, or she was able to bring Diola Sago out of retirement. But regardless, it's a masterpiece. Diola Sago completely did her thing here. It's a beautiful ensemble. I love the color they opted for. What's this color? I think it's green or blue. I think it's aqua blue. Yeah, it's aqua blue. And I love this sort of ashoke Diola Sago typically opts for. It's a very reflective sort of ashoke. It looks so luxurious. You can tell this one does not come cheap. It looks so expensive. It looks so exquisite. I love the lace detailing going on at the sleeves and how that lace flowed into the actual dress, and then the lower part of the dress. Jesus, I love the lower part of the dress, the pleated thing, and how that give the lower part of the dress this whole fish silhouette. I also like how she styled the dress with matching ikbili and her choice of jewelry. I love the sparkly clutch as well. The sparkly clutch really elevated and complemented the look. The entire look was so elegant, so beautiful. The entire look was so beautiful. She also gave us this Igbo inspired ensemble. She's actually Yoruba, but her husband is Igbo, so she also gave us an Igbo inspired ensemble. And the ensemble was sort of a modern take on the traditional Igbo attire. It this beautiful pink number, courtesy of Couture by Tabik. Yeah, the look was courtesy of Couture by Tabik and was a strapless dress which was styled with white beads and this ombre shoes, sparkly ombre shoes, and completed with a pink gilly. I love the dress. I mean, it's nothing unusual. It's nothing I was like, oh my god, what's happening? It's a beautiful dress, but I love the look. I also love the whole pleated thing at the waistline. I love how the waistline was pleated with the silk fabric. The entire thing was just done so beautifully. The entire thing was done so beautifully. And before I forget, this so she had a Disney themed or Disney inspired bridal shower, and her look was also Disney inspired, and she literally looked like a Disney princess. Hair, I love the whole butterfly situation going on her hair, and I love the updo and how the hair thingy, how they formed this butterfly thingy on her hair as well. The entire look, I love the girdle as well. How many times am I going to say I love? But I really love this dress. I love the girdle, love the ruffled skirt, and how the entire thing tied together so well, and how the Bottega clutch complemented the ensemble as well. And then for her main wedding look, she opted for this beautiful dress. Oh my god, I love this dress. I feel this dress was so classy. One thing about me, I love wedding dresses that are unusual. Do you understand? Give me something unusual, give me something unique, give me something unconventional. I don't want a simple ball dress for your wedding gown. Like give me something I've not seen before. And I feel this look she gave us was something I don't think I've seen before. I think we've seen something like this. It's super clean. I love the fact that it's like she's wearing a jacket, but she's not actually wearing a jacket. I believe the look was by Mazel. I'm not sure, but I believe the look was by Mazel, and the look was just well detailed. Love how the buttons at the back, ran down, and just how the entire thing was well assembled as well with the really vibrant flowers, how that contrasted the dress as well. Love the really bridal up there as well. The entire look was so clean and so pristine, and all her looks so far were really immaculate. And she's one of the best dressed brides of the year so far, in my opinion. Next, we have Chelsea, who is the daughter of the former governor of Enugu State, and Chelsea slid all through her wedding festivities. And for her maiden look, she opted for this beautiful two-piece. And so I've seen maiden looks before, but this is a discovery. I saw this look and I was blown away. It's giving, this is what a maiden look should look like. Like this is what brides should begin to wear for their maiden looks. What is happening? I love the whole. I love the fact that she opted for this really vibrant shade of blue and how she draped the two piece with this really rich shade of blue, this royal shade of blue, and how that really elevated the look and took the look there. I love the beadwork going on, at the blouse or on the blouse, and I just love how this entire look was well assembled and the contrast the coral beat provided for this look. And then her ponytail, her wavy ponytail was the icing on the cake. She looked like a princess hair. She was clearly living her princess fantasy hair. She also looked like a literal princess hair, and I love how they executed the look. The look was styled by the wardrobe manager. Of course, the wardrobe manager did her thing as usual. I love the way she paired the look with the hairstyle to give the look more of that Igbo essence, and the entire look was well curated. And then she gave us this custom dress courtesy of Tubo for her main traditional wedding look. I love the soft pink shade opted for hair and how the dress was beautifully ruched and just well detailed. Tubo does not play when it comes to detailing, and she clearly did her thing here. Of course, love the neckline. Neckline was a bit unusual, and I love unusual things. The neckline was a bit unusual, and the jewelry looked very elegant. Love the fuchsia pink shade, the fuchsia pink clutch opted for hair, and the fuchsia pink gilly, and how that also contrasted the light pink situation the actual dress had going on. And yeah, the strappy heels also fuchsia pink as well, and also contrasted the look, but still complemented the look. And then for her main wedding, she opted for a custom Elizabeth and lace bridal. And when I say I want to see wedding dresses that are very unconventional, very unique, this is the sort of dress I'm talking about. Just look at the whole construction of this dress and the whole detailing. I mean, the details are not like excessive, but the construction of the dress, the way the dress was beautifully ruffled, and the silhouettes of the dress, I really, really, really enjoyed this dress. I love the whole construction, the whole avant-garde silhouettes. I think the look was just well detailed. It's so unique. It's so unconventional. Chelsea looked like a bombshell hair. It's an absolute masterpiece. The Elizabeth and Lace bridal brand, they do not play when it comes to white wedding dresses, and they clearly did their thing here as usual. Love the way they styled the dress with a really slick hair. The wardrobe manager always knows what's up when it comes to styling wedding looks, and she of course came through here. And then for the after party, she's wearing custom Imagine by Bukola, and it keeps getting better. Chelsea is a real life princess. Chelsea is an actual princess. Let's just establish that fact. Chelsea is a princess, and this dress clearly shows the fact that she's a princess. And I love this dress. I love the way the softer shade of blue flowed into the deeper shade of blue and flowed back into a kind of softer shade of blue as well. And just the whole detailing going on at the lower part and the embellishments at the top part. The entire dress was giving Cinderella. It's like a modern take on, Cinderella's dress. It's giving something Cinderella would wear in 2025. I love the execution of this look. It's a perfect dress and she carried the look so well. All her looks were so good and she's of course one of the best dressed brides of the year. So now for the top three, in third place we have Olivia Arukwe, who was styled by the style infidel all through her bridal journey. And for starting strongly, we have her pre-wedding look, courtesy of Extra Brides, which had a very avant-garde silhouette, had a very dramatic silhouette with this exaggerated hip thingy. I love the whole floral situation and rich, jewel tones they opted for. Next, we have her, what's it called, her cut wedding look. So I love the civil wedding look. I love the two-piece. I believe this was by Mazel Bridal. It's kind of vintagey. It's had this sort of vintage aesthetic, which I really enjoyed. I love the puff sleeves. I love the lace at the lower parts of the sleeves and just how the lace ran down through the skirt. The entire thing was just so beautiful. I love how they executed this look, same as the styling and the updo as well. The updo really complemented the look. The entire look was well assembled. The style infidel did an amazing job, assembling this ensemble, and Mazel Bridal did her thing, of course. And then we have her what's called her bridal shower look. We have her bridal shower look. Her bridal shower look was very playful, very funky, very just very interesting. I love the whole fun balloon thingy the dress had, and just how the dress hugged her body and how the dress fits her like a glove. And god, it's an amazing look. I love the pearl she opted for as well as the pearl shoes she opted for. The entire thing was just so fun and so vibrant in my opinion. The color scheme was not vibrant, but the structure of the dress and just how she bodied the dress just looked so vibrant. And then for her main traditional wedding look, she started off with this really, really gorgeous masterpiece courtesy of Imagine by Bukola. So Imagine by Bukola created this amazing man-made dress, which was intricately detailed with coral beads. The dress was detailed with coral beads so beautifully, and also done with this pleated fabric that had this that flowed throughout the dress and was plastered at the lower parts as well. The dress is just so beautiful. I love the whole texture. I also really enjoyed this masterpiece by Vicky James she gave us as well. Love the whole gold situation. The fabric was custom made by the Vicky James team and they did an amazing job with the fabric. I love how the neckline was structured. The neckline was structured so beautifully. And next, we have her Yoruba look. So she had on this Ashoke dress that had this really beautiful purple motif. The look was courtesy of Couture by Tabik, and it's clean, it's elegant. Typical Couture by Tabik look. Love how the style infidel elevated the look with a really elegant choice of jewelry and how that complemented the look. And lastly, we have this really, really vibrant dress, this multicolored number she had for the reception. That's the reception of the traditional wedding. It's beautiful, very vibrant, very, I feel the bride on her own is just a very vibrant person. So the style infidel really understands that she's a very vibrant person and gave her looks that really complemented her personality and reflects her personal style. So I think all her looks were really amazing. All her looks were really amazing. So now for the second best dressed bride of the year. So I feel it was quite hard to pick between the first best dressed bride and the second best dressed bride because they both outdid themselves. They both gave me really amazing looks all through the entire wedding festivities, and I just had to pick one at the end of the day. So in second place we have Kenneth's Glow, and Kenneth started off with this pre-wedding look courtesy of I can't remember the designer's name, but a Nigerian designer. This fully beaded dress that was done with feathers as well. It's beautiful. It's in this gorgeous aqua blue shade. I love the neckline and just what they did with the sleeves and the entire dangly detail going on at both sleeves. I think the sleeves were really amazing. Love how they elevated the look with coral beads as well, and how they styled the look with this gilly that really complemented the dress. And then she gave us this look courtesy of a key carrier also for her pre-wedding look or her pre-wedding shoot. And I really enjoyed this look. I love how the entire thing was just so unusual, how the entire thing was just so funky, and how she looked in this gorgeous ensemble. It's very Afrocentric, it's very let's say ethnic, but I really really enjoyed this look. Honestly, I really enjoyed the look. I like how the gold jewelry elevated the look. I feel opting for gold jewelry with this whole rasta thingy was a brilliant choice, and the gold jewelry really elevated the look. Next, we have her in custom tubo for her main traditional wedding. So she gave us 3 traditional wedding looks, and she started with custom tubo, which was this beautiful gold number that was adorned with coral beads for more Igbo essence. So the look was a very spectacular look. It's a dazzling ensemble. Tubo clearly outdid herself here. I feel this is one of the best bridal looks we've gotten from Tubo. It's beautiful. In terms of I said beautiful, it's well detailed, it's a ravishing ensemble, and Kenneth completely bodied this look, and she looked like a literal goddess here. Next, we have her in this gorgeous purple number, courtesy of Imagine by Bukola. I once said this is the best traditional bridal look I've seen since the start of the year, and I'm still going to say it again. This is the best traditional bridal look I've seen since the start of the year. I love the whole detailing and embellishments, the whole cowries, and those cowries, just beautiful white thingy, going on at the bodies, and just how the dress was beautifully draped at the lower parts, and how the entire thing flowed. She looked so beautiful here. She looked so mind blowing here. Love how they used the quite dainty masterpiece to complement the look. The entire thing was just so immaculate. Kenna looked really amazing here. And lastly, for her last traditional wedding look, she gave us this look of Emi Agomi. I don't like this one, so let's move on to the next. So for her civil wedding, she flew back to Lagos for her civil wedding, and she opted for custom as a bridal. The dress had this sort of cold shoulder situation. It's very elegant. It's not. She's not doing too much hair. She's keeping it simple. She's keeping it clean, classy, and I love this sort of looks for a civil wedding. And she also gave us a civil wedding after party look. I think this was sort of a bridal shower as well. I think this was quite similar to what she wore for the actual civil wedding. They both had this teal detailing at the top part, but this one was sort of a mini dress and had this bow detail at the back. So I really enjoyed this one as well. It's still kind of unique. And then for her main wedding, hey God, her main wedding look was my absolute favorite. I don't know which one to pick, either this one or the one she wore for the reception. The both looks they had like entirely different vibes, but they were still very nice. Like they were so good. I love how elegant this one looked. She was giving royalty hair. She was giving she looked just so elegant hair. I love the whole cape situation and the cathedral veil. The entire thing was just super elegant, and she looked so clean. She was giving clean girl hair. And then for the reception, her reception look, oh my god, I think I've seen what's called a reception dress is beautiful. The reception dress should be an actual wedding dress. The reception dress was so beautiful, so ethereal, so magical. I love the whole ruching and the embellishments with crystals, and just the silhouette and how the dress flowed, and the whole fluid movement, and how it's giving fairy tale, it's giving dream wedding dress, it's giving fairy princess. If I was ever going to be a bride, this is what I'm going to wear, no questions. And lastly, we have this look at Mavi for her reception. This it's a beautiful dress. Love the whole, it's a mini dress paired with a shawl or a cape, and I just love how this dress was. I love the whole proportioning of the dress and how the dress was styled as well. It's quite simple but very suitable for the occasion. It's an after party, so we're thinking of, so we want something very simple or something quite simple for the after party, and she clearly did her thing here, or she clearly understood the assignment here. So I love this dress. So now for the best dressed bride of the year so far, take a wild guess. I'm sure you know already, so let me just go straight into it. We have Priscilla Ojo, the best dressed bride of the year, and she started her entire wedding festivities with let's start with her civil wedding look. So her civil wedding look was this dress, this high-low dress that had a mermaid silhouette as well, and was beaded at the bustier. I don't really like the fact that the civil wedding dress was beaded. I feel the civil wedding dresses should not be beaded, because you have you have your traditional wedding, you have your main wedding look, you have your pre-wedding looks to give us a beaded dress, and I feel giving us a beaded dress for your civil wedding as well, it's just tiring at some point to just give us something really clean. So I'm not really feeling her civil wedding look, but it's still a decent look. And then she also gave us lots of pre-wedding looks. We have this one by La Sosa, which I talked about in my last video, very clean, well detailed. We also have this cowboy inspired look, and we also have this really clean ensemble as well. I talked about most of her pre-wedding looks in my last video, and most of her wedding looks in general in my last video. If you've not seen my last video, be sure to check that out. And my all-time favorite look from all her entire pre-wedding looks would have to be this gorgeous Schiaparelli inspired dress. I don't know if it's inspired by Schiaparelli, but I just feel it's giving me Schiaparelli vibe. It's black. I love the whole dark energy. I love the whole silhouette. I love the construction of the dress. It's so fancy, and the styling really elevated the look and took the look there. She looked really immaculate here, looked really spectacular. I also really enjoyed all her traditional looks, from this one courtesy of Couture by Tabik down to this one courtesy of Imagine by Bukola. They all looked really nice. And then for the after party, she gave us custom Prudential Atelier, which was this beautiful one sleeve dress that was meticulously adorned with gold detail and featured this florid detail at the bustier. And the dress was styled with gold strappy heels and this gold Jimmy Choo bag and a stack of gold bangles and gold earrings, and completed with this sleek half up, half down. So it's a beautiful dress and very befitting of the after party. It's quite simple, but not very simple, because the details were clearly screaming. The details clearly, elevated the look. And then let's move into her main wedding look. Her main, white wedding look, which is this masterpiece by Vicky James. This number was such a masterpiece. This number was so incredibly good. From the beadwork to the lace details to the cutouts at the top parts to the glam, her makeup, her hair, every single thing here screamed perfection. Every single thing here, they paid attention to every single detail here. And then we have this really whimsical masterpiece courtesy of Mavi for the after party. And Mavi clearly came correct. I love the whole mosaic detailing and just how the entire thing looked and how the movement of the dress and how she carried the dress. It's giving the perfect after party look. I am totally obsessed with this dress. I think this is like the best after party look we've gotten so far, or probably this or the one what's it called? Oh my god, the one what's it called? This girl served us. The one what's her name? Kenneth served us. And also the one Nonya served us. Those three are like my favorite reception slash after party looks so far. And moving on, she also gave us this look courtesy of Mazel, this ball dress courtesy of Mazel for the main wedding or the grand finale in Tanzania, as they called it. The grand finale. It's a ball dress. It's very princess coded. It's very enchanting. It's giving. She's living her princess fantasy hair. I love how she crowned the look with a tiara to complete that whole princess fantasy she was going for. All her looks were styled by what's it called? Emmanuel Good News. All her looks were styled by Emmanuel Good News, by the way. He did an amazing job all through the entire wedding festivities. And lastly, she concluded the entire wedding festivities with custom Vicky James. I mean, how else are you going to complete your wedding festivities if it's not custom Vicky James? So she completed the entire wedding festivities with this pink number courtesy of Vicky James. And in my opinion, she's the best dressed bride of the year. So I've always had this fantasy in my head, which I would love to share with you guys. And I feel if I ever get the opportunity to style a bride, and the bride tells me like, there's no there's no budget, just do with me whatever you want, just style me like whichever way you want. This is how I'm going to plan the entire thing. So I think we're going to do a total of 10 looks. I don't want any broke bride. We are doing a total of 10 looks. So let's just get that out of the way. So I think we're going to start with the pre-wedding looks. I think the pre-wedding look should be by pre-wedding look number one should be by, let's say, House of Dover. House of Dover is going to create something spectacular for us for the pre-wedding look. And then the after pre-wedding, okay, the introduction. The introduction can be by let's do Sumo by Sumo. Let's do Sumo by Sumo for, I think she serves really nice Igbo attire. So let's just do Sumo by Sumo. Then moving on for the main what's it called? The main traditional wedding, you're serving three looks. I don't want to hear anything. You're serving three looks. And the bride, you have to marry. If you're Igbo, you have to marry a Yoruba man. If you're Yoruba, you have to marry. I think when it comes to what's it called? When it comes to weddings that blend cultures, like a Yoruba meets Igbo kind of situation, there's always room to serve more looks than usual. So let's do three looks for the traditional wedding. So I think for the traditional wedding, the Igbo dress is going to be by Amy Agomi. Two Igbo dress, one maiden look. The first maiden look can be by let's say Sumo by Sumo. Then the second, the main actual Igbo attire is going to be by Amy Agomi. Then the Yoruba attire is going to be by Kuto by Tabik. Then what's it called? We have five more looks, right? So for the actual wedding, no, the civil wedding is going to be by Mazel Bridal because I wish she's the best when it comes to civil weddings. Civil wedding is going to be by Mazel Bridal. Then main wedding gown, you're going to wear two wedding gowns. You're going to have to wear two wedding gowns, you're going to start with I love Alanuko, but you're not going to wear with Alanuko first. You start with Elizabeth and Liz Bridal because they're always very graceful. So I want you to be very graceful. Because if you wear Elizabeth and Liz Bridal, hey, so if you wear Alanuko, your what's it called, brother-in-law might see you and be like, this guy was show, because Alanuko, there's always this whole skin mesh situation that always looks kind of revealing. Even though it's not even necessarily revealing, but it might look revealing. I don't want anything where the mother-in-law is going to come and be like, I shower. When the pastor is like, is anybody against this marriage? She's like, yes, I'm against this marriage. God, we don't want that. So you start with what's it called, Elizabeth and Liz Bridal. Then after you've sealed the deal, you quickly jump into you're going to wear your what's it called, your what's the dress I had in mind? Your Alanuko. Yeah, you wear your Alanuko dress. I think that's the eighth dress. You wear your Alanuko. Then for your reception, you wear Vicky James, one fully beaded Vicky James dress. Even though it's not beaded, just one of Vicky James' masterpiece. You wear Vicky James for your reception. Then the after party, you wear custom Mavi. You end the entire thing with custom Mavi. One of these Mavi mad dresses. Oh Jesus Christ! You don't get to style a bride. You got this internet. I would shake the internet. But anyways, we've come to the end of today's video. It's been fun talking about the best dressed brides of the year. And so far, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up. It means a lot to me. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you are yet to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, a big shout out to you. I'm totally obsessed with all my returning subscribers. So thank you for always sticking with me. Bye for now and see you in my next video. Mwah.